JP Morgan says SEC will likely approve a Grayscale spot Bitcoin ETF. We're going to talk about that today, as well as what the SEC has said about all the other Bitcoin ETFs that they are delaying. So welcome back to the Blockhash Podcast channel. In a brand new studio, everything's kind of getting retrofitted right now, so please bear with me as we get everything completely finalized. All right, and also check out our sponsor, NITROBETTING. NITROBETTINg is one of the best online crypto betting sites. They allow you to do everything from sports books to traditional gambling to video game wagering, everything that you can imagine. Crypto is about having fun, not just investing. So definitely go check them out. All links are in the description below. All right, so JP Morgan has come out and stated, and JP Morgan and Jamie Dimon, they have not always been on the side of crypto, to say the least, for the longest time. But they do think the SEC is likely to approve the Grayscale spot Bitcoin ETF, which Grayscale just got approval for in court over the SEC. Now, this has greatly elevated the entire decision in the prolonged Grayscale SEC lawsuit with this being wrapped up. So with the federal court issuing a ruling to the SEC to review its Grayscale application of the Bitcoin ETF, speculation has increased. And in fact, to the point where most asset managers and banks and institutions believe that the likelihood is extremely high the SEC will approve Bitcoin spot ETFs this fall. In one of the most recent reports, JP Morgan stated that the SEC will likely have to approve multiple Bitcoin spot ETFs, not just Grayscale, multiple, leaving them with no major choice. All right, an analyst led by Nicholas Panagurtsoglou. Jesus, God, get a new last name, guy. Seriously, that is impossible to pronounce. Rejecting other spot ETFs now would force the SEC to retroactively reverse its previous approvals of futures-based Bitcoin funds, since this appears highly unlikely. The path forward points to approvals. After years of rejection, the SEC is running out of reasons to deny spot Bitcoin ETFs, while futures products operate without issues. With Grayscale breaking through, the floodgates may soon open for investors to gain direct exposure to Bitcoin through their brokerage accounts. While the SEC has yet to shift from its hesitant stance, the Grayscale decision undeniably turns up the heat. So what's interesting about Grayscale is it was a fund that you could invest in if you want to get exposure to things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins. But they wanted to convert into a spot ETF. SEC said no. Grayscale went to court with the SEC, and the court said there's no reasonable explanation for why the SEC is preventing Grayscale from doing that. So the court said that the SEC has to allow for a refiling and to reconsider the Grayscale conversion from the trust to the spot ETF. So now Grayscale is refiling it. The SEC is going to either have to come up with a whole new reason to delay and deny, or that pressure is going to build to the point where the SEC is just going to have to say yes. All right, so there's that. There's also the BlackRock, Fidelity, Wisdom Tree, etc. group that have been delayed until October, at least for now, where the SEC, not surprisingly, decided not to make a decision on those ETFs. So come October, the likelihood that we get one of those approved is incredibly high, whether it's Grayscale, whether it's BlackRock, or any of these other asset managers, or any of these other players, just period, that are trying to file. I think I know for a fact, in my personal opinion, that this will likely happen in the next 6 months. We'll have at least one approved, and it's probably the BlackRock ETF. But with Grayscale winning, it opens the door for more of these things to happen before we get to 2024. I think Grayscale has a good shot at getting converted into a Bitcoin spot ETF. So once one domino falls, all of these will, because they will all have a path forward to make this happen, and they'll just be able to model it after Grayscale, BlackRock, whoever gets it first. That's my opinion on it. It's a very interesting time. I do still think the fall, no matter what's going on in the crypto market, this fall is going to be incredibly positive for crypto. I think everything's aligning the way we want it to go. I think it's going to be great for Bitcoin. I think it's going to be great for the Ethereum network. I think it's going to be fantastic for altcoins across the board. So be prepared as we head into these 3-year, 4-year cycles, especially with altcoins on a 3-year cycle around November, December. Like, it's going to get very interesting. Very interesting. All right, guys. Thanks for bearing with me with any echo and with the lack of a studio. I'm still putting it together, so hopefully this week I'll have it done. But make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. Like, comment, and share this video with someone else that might be interested in what's happening with the Bitcoin Spot ETFs. Talk to you guys tomorrow. See you soon. Cheers.